Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Imana Amawe. On the program today, police conclude investigations into death of Joy Adama, primary suspect to appear in court soon. Opposition political parties gear up for primaries, mobilize support ahead of November the 18th governorship elections in Anambra State. And internally displaced persons in Bakassi show support for Senator Florence Itagiwa. Many thanks for joining us on the program that brings you news from the length and the breadth of Nigeria. The acting president, Professor Osinbajo, has signed an executive order backing the implementation of the Voluntary Assets and Income Declaration Scheme. Professor Osinbajo said the new VAIDS scheme launched at the State House is with a view to shore up the nation's tax regime, ensure compliance and afford taxpayers the opportunities to regularize their tax status without being prosecuted. The acting president, who observed that death and taxes are inevitable, enjoined all states to key into the scheme as he declared every Thursday as Tax Thursday for tax enlightenment and awareness across the Federation. Now, one of the widows of the 9 Ogoni men killed by the Nigerian military government in 1995 is accusing All Giant Shell of alleged complicity in the unlawful arrest, detention and execution of her husband and 8 others. Esther Koibel, who has been pursuing the case against Shell for about 20 years now, reopened the suit today in the Netherlands, claiming Shell has questions to answer. Koibel and global security watchdog Amnesty International are accusing Shell of dodging accountability for the deaths and violating the fair trial of the Ogoni 9 and denying them their right to life. 4 other women whose husbands were hanged by the military government have also been joined in the suit. The 9 Ogoni men were convicted and sentenced to death in October 1995 after being accused of complicity in the murder of 4 Ogoni chiefs, amongst others. The Amnesty International describes Ken Saro-Wiwa and Barinem Koibel as the prisoners of conscience detained and ultimately killed for their peacefully held views. And the Nigerian police force says it has concluded investigations into the alleged murder of one Mrs Joy Adama in Abuja and will soon charge the primary suspect, one Mr Usman Adamu, to court. Briefing journalists in Abuja, the force public relations officer, Mr Moshood Jimo, says that the police has also taken some disciplinary actions against other senior police officers who failed in their duties when the matter was reported to the Karimu police station in Abuja. Mrs Joy Adama, a 200-level student of the Department of Mass Communication from Cross River State University, was allegedly murdered December last year, but investigations into the allegations commenced recently after rights activists and the media, including Channels Television, reported the incidents.
It is important for us to brief the press and the public on the update on police investigation into the case of alleged culpable homicide of Joy Adama. Joy Adama was 21 years old when he died. His death raised suspicions and his other investigation of suspected murder. That is the case we are investigating now. We have a suspect who is Alhaji Usman Adamu, currently in police custody. The victim, the deceased name is Joy Adama. This matter happened in Karimu under the FCT Police Command, and because of the concern that the Inspector General of Police have for justice to be done in every case, especially where the life of innocent Nigerians were lost. So that's what informed the directive by the Inspector General of Police for the matter to be transferred to the first headquarters for discreet investigation. And as I speak with you, investigation into the case has been concluded. I'm going to show you some evidences for you to know that we have done a thorough thing. The Inspector General of Police is concerned in the fact that officers and police personnel that are involved in investigation don't compromise. And it was on the basis of that that the divisional police officer in charge of Karumu Division was removed. It was equally queried for lapses that has occurred in the way the matter was handled in the first instance, and it was removed to pave way for a very thorough investigation.
Now in Edo State, members of the Irrua community have vowed to flush out criminal headsmen involved in kidnapping, rape and murder in the state. The Irrua members who took this resolution in a meeting which held at the Hausa Market, Igbira Camp in Auchi, Esaka West local government area of the state pledged peaceful coexistence between them and other residents of the state. They, however, appealed to the non-Hausa Fulanis in Edo State to report suspected criminal activities of headsmen to the security agencies and not take the laws into their own hands.
The alleged cases of headsmen's criminal activities in Edo State came to a head last month when 2 women were allegedly raped and killed in Uzogolo quarters, Ewu, Eastern Central local government area of the state.
This was the area they dragged her through. And she finally died on this very spot.
To find a solution to this worrying trend, leaders and members of the Irrua community across Edo State are gathered here at the Igbira Camp, Hausa Market, Auchi, Esaka West local government area of Edo State. The leaders of the Hausa and Fulani communities vow to unveil mysteries should they exist among them, while appealing to other Edo State residents not to take laws into their hands.
So this is our place and this is our land. Let us maintain this land. Very few that they say they want to spoil our relationship with the indigenous. We will not take it. So we are calling the attention of those who are hiding criminal because of tribe. You are going to meet Almighty God. Almighty God has no tribe. He speaks with all languages.
The Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of Auchi Area Command urged members of the group to report suspected troublemakers to the police.
You should not harbor any person who you know that is a criminal. Even if you are from the same village, from the north, even if you are from the same father, the same mother, if he's a criminal, you should not harbor him. The police, as we are, we need information from you.
Some of the attendees speak on the outcome of the meeting.
Most of us, as the Selkin Hausa said, were born in Edo State. And we know that Edo is a peaceful state. Things have changed. And we know that it's all for the bad ones that entered from other states that were flush. Now, we are trying to see that we will do our best to see how we can also flush those bad ones away from Edo State.
The participants are also confident the meeting has helped them forge a united front that will bring an end to the activities of violent headsmen in the state.
The Nigerian Union of Teachers, Benue State chapter, has threatened industrial action in line with the directive of its National Executive Committee beginning from July if the state government fails to settle the outstanding 10-month salary arrears. The state chairman of the NUT, Mr. Michael Yasi, disclosed this during the warning protest across the streets of Makurdi to the government house. Governor Samuel Otom, who was represented by his Commissioner of Education, has however promised to look into their demands for the state to take overpayment of teachers' salaries from the local government, while reminding them of his implementation of the national minimum wage as a good sign of faith.
Teachers have been over 10 months, that is from September last year to date. And what we want the government to do is try and offset the backlog of salary arrears. If you look at the predicament of our teachers in the state, it's bad, it's pathetic. And we wish that the government should do something to improve their condition. It's too bad. Having been aware of not being paid for 10 months by our national head office, now they directed that we go on, they gave an ultimatum of 30 days. And I want to believe that as we are here, the issue that has brought us here, which we are talking about, if this does not improve, if our government does not yield to this, I want to assure you that something will happen. But I can't decide that here until I get back to the national. I have to get back to our national head office.
When Governor Oton came, he implemented something very special for teachers. Do you remember what he did for teachers? No. Okay, your leader is saying that he gave full implementation. Our desire is that things are very hard, but during our tenure, teachers should be happy. We have just found this and we have discussed with His Excellency, and because he has the good of teachers at hand, he said that we should come and address you, and we should tell you that this is just coming to us, and we will study it very quickly.